Okay, you're probably feeling a little punchy right now. I know I am. We just saw a pretty dramatic demonstration of how the actual payment for sins was Christ's own thinking on the cross, and that was demonstrated by means of showing that there were two deaths. And the first one was actually what paid for our sins, a substitutionary spiritual death, demonstrated in both the Greek and the Hebrew. So that should be provoking some questions. If thinking paid for sins, not physical death, then thinking is far more important than what you do. And that's precisely what the verse in front of you, Hebrews 11:1, says. Now, in the sidebar, I have done, to demonstrate the same topic, a James 2 exegesis playlist. And there are 20 videos in there also, because you can't tell, except from the Greek of James 2, that James is stressing the importance of Bible believed in your head, that there is no such thing as works except Bible believed in your head. And he's very strident about it. And Hebrews 11:1 picks up on that, as everybody else did in James. It's the main theme of the New Testament. But here, this word here, pistis, means Bible believed. And you can see that conviction of the truth of anything. See, it's what is believed. It's a passive meaning. And one of the most famous lexicons that shows that is right here, Bauer Danker. That which evokes trust or faith. It's not your believing, it's the thing you believe in. Alright, and that's the focus of Hebrews 11:1. But again, because it's mistranslated, you don't know that. In fact, this verse is probably the most mistranslated verse in the whole New Testament. And because of it, you don't know what's actually on trial in your life. Because it's mistranslated, you don't know. Alright, so we're going to go through what that is. And in the sidebar also I have a longer exegesis of this, which you can see. And go through more of it. But I'm just going to go through some brief things here. Okay, this word here, pistis, means Bible believed. Just take my word for it here, because you can verify that in the exegesis videos in the sidebar. Okay, here, this Greek word is apizomeno, and it means confident believings. In other words, this is where your belief is stressed, not here. So when this says faith is the assurance of things hoped, that's totally wrong. That's not it. Okay, this should say, now, Bible believed is, okay, Bible believed, of the confident believings. This thing here, the WN, it looks like a W, but it's really an omega. That's talking about believings by people. There are no things. It's about Bible believed by people. They're confident believings in Bible in your head. It's people believing. That's what that WN, it looks like a WV, but it's really omega N. Those are people doing the believing. It's not assurance of things hoped for. The thing is right here. Bible. Believed Bible. That which evokes trust or faith. Okay? And esteemed here, and my mouse is going cracky again. Esteemed means it's about. Esteem means it's. And then this is a little contrast you usually don't translate. It's saying, well, by contrast to what he's been saying before. It's about Bible believed, believings by people, confidently believed Bible, believings. That's you, me, everybody. So this ending here is people, not things. Okay? The next thing that's mistranslated is hypostasis. Hypostasis is used by the writer of the book of Hebrews as a moniker for Christ. And we know that because we talk about the hypostatic union in theology. So you'd think somebody would have picked up on that. Okay? And here's where the term is first used as a moniker for Christ. Okay? Hypostaseus is the genitive form of that. Okay, look in the lower left-hand corner. See? Hypostasis. Same word as in Hebrews 11:1. The verse is also used again, see, because it's talking about where it says exact representation of his nature. Alright, exact representation is this Greek word here, charakter, means stamp. Okay, of his nature is hypostaseus. Alright, so hypostasis is he's talking about Christ. And he's also talking about Christ in 11:1. Now the other place where he uses it is to show that we partake of his nature in Hebrews 3:14. Okay? And that's right here. Hypostaseus. Same word as he used in, you just saw in 1:3. Okay? We partake of him. Alright? It's a play on words. In other words, he's the substance of our life. I mean, the word substance and assurance and all that is included, but the writer is not using it that way. He's using it as a moniker for Christ. So when you get here, hypostasis, it's meaning Christ is on trial. And the way we know that is this word here, Greek, pragma, okay, means a trial matter. Alright? It's a legal term. It's a legal term. You're going to have to kind of look at a lexicon that goes into it. See, this Bauerdanker. Okay, it's a legal term for a matter, a legal matter. Alright? It's got a very special legal connotation. Okay, pragmaton is genitive plural. It's talking about trial matters. And who's on trial? You are, I am, all of us. See, this here we saw believings. Okay, being on trial is another plural for being on trial. Okay, your believings are on trial, and he, Christ, is the substance of it. You're believing in what? His word that was in him goes in you, and you believe in it, so you go on trial like he did. Okay? So it's Christ thinking on trial here. Christ on trials. In other words, Christ reflected in our trials. How much his thinking is in us, because the object, the subject here is pistis. There's a parallelism. It's about Bible being believed, Christ, in other words, Christ is used in parallel with pistis. This is kind of hard to explain. And then those are trial matters, so that's another plural here, just like this was a plural. Trials of people, not things. You're on trial. Your belief is on trial. And then the final part of this tic-tac-toe kind of parallelism is elekos. Elekos means evidence. Again, it's a trial term. Okay, and then this part's easy to know. Ublepomenon. Blepomenon means not seen. Not seeings. Okay, we're individuals believing here, we're individuals on trial here, and we're individuals not seeing anything here. Alright? It's not things, it's people. Okay? So the translation completely cuts out all the people. Alright? It treats everything as a thing. But these are people doing the believings. This is Christ here. It shouldn't just say substance. He's not a thing. This is Christ. And you're on trial. You're not a thing. You're a person. Okay? And seeings, things don't do seeings. People do seeings. Okay? And the rest of it I'm going to have to leave you to look at the exegesis videos that are in the sidebar.